to Meant to Vent.
Here we are, meant to vent, bitch asses.
My name is Jaime, and you can reach me at the Real Jaime1 on Instagram.
And my name is Will, and you can reach me on Instagram at One Take Will.
And I'm excited to be back, man.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad.
Been reading a lot of news, not really watching a lot of news, but I've been trying to like read different news stories and trying to get my mind off the current situation just a little bit. Keep my sanity.
For sure.
Got to keep your sanity.
Oh yeah, it's hard.
I've been seeing some crazy stuff, man. You remember who El Chapo is?
Yeah. That was that guy, the drug lord, right?
Yeah, that big kingpin.
Yeah.
Well, I guess his daughter is like cashing in on the family name, and she decided to make a beer, and she's calling it El Chapo beer. And,
Really?
So they have that slogan, what Budweiser has, the king of beers, and do all that stuff. Well, she's got drink like a kingpin. And they're using their dad's name on that, and she's got the fucking El Chapo beer coming out.
That's fantastic. So, what kind of beer is it? Is it like a pale ale, or is it an IPA, or?
I'm not sure. I think there's two different kinds, like a light and dark beer, from what I hear, and we'll see what happens. I'm sure it's going to pop up in one of these stores. It's going to pop up in one of these party stores sooner or later.
I hope it's not an IPA. I will try it. I don't like IPAs. Too much bullshit in the beer. I like a nice wheat beer.
Yeah.
Just it's simple flavor. I'm a simple man. I enjoy simple flavors. I don't like these IPAs. It drives me crazy. I'm not into pale ales.
Yeah, they all get mad at me when I go to the bar and order one of the fucking beer, and it's like all them IPA beers, and I'm like, you got a beer tasting beer?
Exactly. I want a beer tasting beer. I don't want a beer that's got herbs and spices in it. I'm not trying to fucking cook a steak here.
Yeah.
I'm just drinking a beer. I don't need.
They give you that look like you go to a coffee shop and you don't even know how to order the coffee right or something, and they look at you because like you're new there or something.
Yeah.
It's like, I just want a beer, and they're like,
oh, I know.
Becky, we got one of those.
They get mad at me when I order coffee. I'll be like, can I have a medium black coffee? And they're like, do you want anything in it? Yeah. I want coffee in my coffee, and I want it hot and black like my men.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I don't want a lot of bullshit in my coffee. I don't need all that. But that sounds good. I wonder I wonder what the pricing, if they're going to have a competitive pricing similar to other beers, or if it'll be kind of like a gourmet and they'll have a higher price.
Or if they'll have like a donation area where it's like, all part of the proceeds go to trying to get my dad to break out of prison.
That would be funny.
You could fund it.
What if you read on every bottle it had like a little good deed that El Chapo's exist? Like, my dad once saved 4,000 gazelles in the rainforest from being murdered by all the corporate Americans who chop down trees.
Yeah, but her dad murdered all them people that probably work for that company.
Well, I'm just saying, but what if every bottle of beer had like her dad's good deeds, and she was trying to like sway the populace into helping get him taken out of prison?
I would say I doubt that, because it would be like a GoFundMe page. His would be like a GoFreeMe page. Somebody help me.
Well, they already proved that GoFundMe or whatever that shit is will not allow you to raise funds for a convicted felon.
Interesting.
Well, they did that with Joe Exotic, where
they put the brakes on that.
What was that? Cardi B?
Yeah.
She wanted to start a GoFundMe page to get Joe Exotic out of prison, and GoFundMe, they were like, "No, bitch, we ain't gonna let you do that. He's a criminal. We don't do that here. So you can't do that, El Chapo. Sorry, El Chapo's daughter."
Yeah.
What is her name, by the way? You know?
I'd have to look it up.
Oh,
I don't know.
I thought you might. Is she pretty?
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, that's got to be even worse. Can you imagine being the guy who wants to bang El Chapo's daughter? He's like, "Hey, girl, how you doing? Who are you?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm El Chapo's daughter." He's like, "Oh, let me take my dick and get the fuck out of here."
Oh man, you'd have to have some crazy guts, man. I wouldn't do that.
You would have to be a ballsy son of a bitch to want to date El Chapo's daughter. Like, maybe if she really likes you, she doesn't tell you who she is until like, "So I want you to meet my dad. I know we've been dating for 2.5 years now, and I want you to meet my dad. So will you come over for dinner?" "Sure, baby, I'll come over for dinner. Where are we meeting at?" "The address is bum 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 blah 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 street." Like, okay, cool.
He's like, that's a compound.
Right. He's like,
You live where?
He's
You
like,
live
he's like,
where?
he's like, hold on a minute, let me Google Maps that shit. And he bumps it in there, and he's like, isn't that El Chapo's compound? I'm not going there. Is your dad El Chapo? We done. We've been dating for 2 years. We done.
You show up at the house and there's just dudes out there with machine guns everywhere.
Yeah, fuck that.
Who are
What
you here
kind
to
of
see? You're here to see who?
yeah? What kind of guy gets to date El Chapo's daughter? Nobody.
I don't know.
She will remain chaste for the rest of her days.
I don't know, man. That's scary.
Yeah, that is scary. But yeah. So anyway, what's been going on with you?
Nothing, man. Just been chilling,
Yeah,
working my butt off.
I know.
Working my butt off.
I can't wait to get back to work Monday. It's going to be nice. And the freeways are still going to be nice and clear.
Yeah, we'll see about that. It's been getting crowded and crowded more. Like people are getting back to normal a little bit.
I wish more people would have died of corona so that we wouldn't have these congested freeways. Just kidding. This is comedy, people. A little bit of gallows humor.
Plus, YouTube is flagging a bunch of videos that are talking about it now. So that's why a lot of people are trying to steer away from it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, I've literally been trying to save my mental health. I've been doing the best I can to not look at any news about it, not read about it, nothing. I really get balls deep into that stuff, and I've just been like, no, I don't need to know about what's going on.
I got a cool news story.
Hit me with it.
So, like I said, I've been reading stories all over, just kind of flaying around on the computer looking for different type of news other than what's going on.
Right, other than the current.
So I found this story about some people in Somalia.
What's going on in Somalia?
I guess Somalia has their own form of Dr. Phil. And
Okay.
But they use it in a form of an animal. They're using caged hyenas for psychiatric purposes. And they claim that by using these hyenas and sitting you in front of this hyena with this caged animal and having it growl and bark and, whatever at you, make all these sounds or whatever the hyenas make, that it'll affect your stress and your problems and all your evil spirits, like being whatever, religion you are.
That's, you know what? I could get down on that. I could let a hyena growl in my face for 45 minutes. Do you think it costs the same amount as a regular therapist? Like
hey,
$137 an hour?
I'll have to pull up, when you see the picture, you don't think it costs that much.
I could get down on that, though. Would you let a hyena growl in your face for 45 minutes? Do you think that would solve your problems?
I wouldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
I would totally do it. You know what would be good
I think I would start crying more. I'd break down even more emotionally, like, why are you fucking laughing at me? Like, you fucking asshole.
You're telling the hyena your deepest, darkest secrets, and it's just cackling at you with that crazy hyena laugh.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
man.
Quit laughing.
And you just
get all pissed off.
You just end up with PTSD worse because of it.
I'd walk out with my head even lower, like fuck a tech neck. My neck's all fucking.
You open the cage while you're in there just to let the animal kill you. You're just like, what happened? I don't know. He just lost the will to live. The hyena, it browbeat the life out of him.
Like, take me now. I need some Calgon, damn it.
I've always wondered, how big is a hyena? Is it larger than a dog?
Yeah, they get big, man. I've seen some pictures, like watching like National Geographic or the weather documentaries, Planet Earth and all that. Man, those things are huge.
Because I think about it, I'm thinking like, okay, a tiger or a lion like growling, even a wolf, they're huge, and that thing being right in your face. A large predator animal like that would be terrifying. You'd probably piss yourself. If you were incontinent, you wouldn't be incontinent anymore.
You wouldn't need like that Dr. Phil voice, like, this will be a changing moment in your life. You won't need that because that thing will be like, brrr, like all screaming in your face and shit.
Yeah.
It'll be way different than Dr. Phil. Can you tell me how it affected you in this moment?
Could you tell me right now the times the trouble started in your life? We're going to go through and take you back to those days.
I would like to see Dr. Phil talking to the psychiatrist, hyena.
That would be funny. What if the hyena's got a lab coat on?
Like, tell me how you really feel.
I don't know any hyena sound effects. But
do you want a breath mint?
Right. Yeah. You smell like elk carcass. You were telling me something about another thing where you can get robbed. Is that insane? The same?
Oh man, yeah. So there's like I was looking at weird travel shit. Like whenever we
Okay.
get to go free, we can get to like go travel and shit. So I saw like Brazil has these weird tours, yo. You can go like pay for like see the scenery and go see the big statues and go go all those the basic tourist areas, or you can pay to have simulated robberies.
Interesting.
You're gonna go somewhere to get robbed. You're already worried about getting robbed when you was a tourist. Now you can pay to have the whole thing. You could pay to get robbed.
I mean, I guess it would be more fun if it was simulated, than like walking through downtown like we can here. Once you get past 10 o'clock, you don't want to walk around downtown, especially if you're of the Caucasian nature. Because
Yeah, you're like fresh meat.
exactly. But if it was simulated, I think it might be entertaining, depending on how deep they take it.
Man, they even got this thing going on from a famous drug lord that used to be around from South America, and his personal hitman, like the real guy, has like over 319 kills under his belt, leads tours on all these areas where he used to kill people, and he reenacts them and shit. And it's the real guy.
Where he reenacts the kills that he's done
Like
for
he
the
reenacts all. He like confesses every day.
That's fucking awesome. You know what? I would be into that.
It was wild. I
I'd
watched
be in.
this weird documentary. That's me going into weird that documentary. I had to go look this up, and there's actually a documentary on it.
Dude, we've got vacation time left. It looks like we're going to Brazil.
He just like, hey,
I'm into it.
and he reenacts the whole thing, pulls out a pistol. I'd be scared. This guy killed over 300 people and admits it.
Fuck yeah.
And then he shows you how he does it on a weekly basis.
I mean, it'd be like being put in a cell with Charles Manson. You kind of get to pick the guy's brain a little bit and maybe kill a few people.
That was like you'd be like sitting on the if Jeffrey Dahmer gave you a piggyback ride during one of his dates. That's how close as shit you would feel like, man.
No. Not Jeffrey Dahmer giving you the piggyback ride. You're giving Jeffrey Dahmer the piggyback ride and worrying that he's going to eat your ears off.
It'd be wild. He'd be like, hold this drill.
He's like nibbling on the back of your neck. You're like, dude, stop that. He's like, what? Oh, you had a bug on you. Motherfucker, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
It's winter time.
Hold this drill, he said. So, yeah, I wouldn't be with that.
Sharpen this knife for me. Oh, that would be interesting, though. I could get down on that, especially if it was like, like they did, like you're just cruising along. I don't know, Brazil doesn't have a safari or whatever. You're just going through the Brazilian outback or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you get like a car is in the middle of the road all of a sudden and you stop and then you have to go in reverse and then another car appears out of nowhere and 12 dudes pile out of the two cars and then they rob you and throw you in the trunk. That might be kind of exciting.
It'd be weird. Or he's like, this is where I killed the guy and then I had to dump the body here. Like if you're on that guy's tour.
Yeah, if he's like, you see that plant over there? There's a body under that. You see that tree over there? There's 6 bodies under that tree.
He's like, a long time ago, this would be the place I would just throw all the dead people.
Yeah, but you see all this foliage now? All the dead people helped grow this foliage.
For every one person, 3 forest trees grew in the rainforest.
That's right. I'm helping the environment right now.
It was like its form of recycling in South America.
Is natural fertilizer. You can't get any more natural than the human body. Decomposition.
He'd be like, what was different from me and the Incas or Aztecs or the Mayans?
Nothing. Nothing's different.
I'm like, man, there's all kinds of different shit.
Right?
For one, this ain't that time. For 2, this ain't that time. For 3, man, I can't believe you ain't in jail and this ain't that time.
Hey, you know what? A lot of people, it's crazy how they don't go to jail for shit.
You got that dough. You're free to go.
There you go. That was good.
That's what they say.
You a poet and you didn't even know it. So I got a something I forgot to tell you about. Something happened to me the other day. So we're gonna introduce a new segment to you guys.
Yes, we are.
And here you go.
A debut.
Here it is. This is the new segment for you guys. New Meant to Vent segment called
Will Dumbass Moment.
And in case you guys have forgotten, I'm Will, and this is one of my dumbass moments. This is a dumb motherfucking moment right here.
Because he's my boy, but sometimes he can be a straight up dumbass.
For real.
So can I, but...
Oh, yeah, but I have some good ones. So, do you remember when we had that big-ass windstorm?
Yes.
Okay.
That was crazy, dude.
Okay, we had like hurricane. We're in Michigan, people.
It was like beyond kite weather. It would have broke your kites.
It was like hurricane weather. If you had a kite big enough, you would have been able to fly your own ass with it. So I put everything away. I put the swing in the garage. I put other shit that could fly away that's in the yard. I put it in the shed, put it in the garage. All the danglies that I had on my grill, like the tongs, the spatula,
Oh yeah.
the skewer, the big two-pronged fork.
Yep.
So I took all those things. I normally hang them off my grill. I put them in the grill. Thought, well, I'll just put this stuff in the grill. It'll be protected. It's not going to blow away.
Okay.
A week goes by. Wife says, "Why don't you cook them steaks up we got?" I said, "Okay, let me go preheat the grill." So I do. I go out there, turn the gas on, fire the grill up, go back in the house. What did I forget, people? I forgot I put all that shit with plastic handles inside the grill, and it's just cooking away. So I go out there to check on the grill, and I see black smoke just billowing out the sides of the grill. And I flipped open the top, and it was like, what was that movie? It was It was like motherfucking Backdraft when I flipped that lid up. It was like whoosh.
Or it was like an old western. You were sending smoke signals.
It was bananas. Okay, I flipped that thing up. Big ass black cloud came out with huge flames. Everything's just a pile of molten shit, and I'm like, oh fuck. So I kill the gas. Have to pull the hose out. I had to hose everything down to kill the flames. All my grilling utensils done. I'm on the market for some new grilling utensils, people.
That sucks. I had a different vision when you were talking about your grill stuff in the windstorm. I was picturing like you and outside, and you forgot you didn't hang your stuff safely, and you put it inside the grill, and then you were outside, like maybe taking the dogs out for like going to the bathroom or something.
Yeah.
And the wind was blowing like crazy. You want to make sure your dogs didn't fly away for one, and then two, like the grill lid flies open from the wind, and all the grill shit you didn't have locked in its little fucking holders, flung at you like a fucking circus spinning wheel. You were like pinned against the garage door, like, and all the things stuck in you, like ping, 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 like by your armpits and head, like just almost impaled you. Like that's what I thought was gonna happen in your dumbass moment.
No, but instead I set everything on fire, just like I like to do. I like to burn shit down. So yeah, I'm on the market for some new grill equipment.
Sweet.
The grill is salvageable after I hosed it all down and I cleaned all the burnt plastic out.
Wire wheel that sucker.
Yeah, oh, I did. I had to wire wheel the grates. I had to leave it to cook for longer to make sure all the shit burned off. And then I still grilled up them steaks. I used some different utensils.
My ass would have cooked inside that day.
Oh, no. I cleaned the grill up, got it working again, and still grilled them steaks up. Marinated them nice, and they were good steaks. But yeah, I need some new grill utensils. That was a big time dumbass moment. What was funnier is when I told my wife. I walked in the house after putting the fire out. I said, "Hey, guess what I did?" She's like, "What?" I was like, "I did a dumbass thing." She's like, "What?" I was like, "I just burned all the grill utensils." She's like, "Including the ones my parents gave you for your birthday?" I went, "Yep, those two. All of them."
Put those on the list, honey.
All of them burnt to smithereens.
Oh, man.
So this has been an episode of Bill's Dumbass Moments.
Faux show.
Yeah.
So, man, like I was telling you, man, this would be like playoff, like basketball right now. There'd be like playoffs going on. It'd be crazy with no sports. How do you, like, I know you're not a big sports guy, but if you could imagine them starting to come back, like, what are ways you think they could bring sports back? You know, because they want to do it. Definitely, they can't have fans, obviously, in the crowd. But what are some ways you think they could, like, start to, like, put it back into play?
Well, yeah, I'm not a big follower of sports. I don't follow it religiously like you do. But I do like to go to outdoor sporting events. I like to go to live sporting events. It's like going to a rock concert.
We did have fun at the football games.
Hell yeah, and that hockey game, that one hockey game.
Yep.
I've been to other hockey games. That was amazingly good time. But for them to not have the fans, what's the point? Seeing a televised sporting event. Well, then what do they need an arena for?
Yeah, what I was wondering too, like, would they simulate crowds cheering when they like scored or something like that?
So it's going to be like the laugh track of an old '90s sitcom where
Yeah,
they're
like when
just
you're watching Who's the Boss, and like they drop the dish again.
yeah. So I don't know how the hell they're going to handle that. So what are they going to do about the players? Are they just going to sequester them all so they don't get the sickness?
That was one of the ideas I heard. They were gonna put them in like a city somewhere, like in Arizona or something, like keep them away from everybody, supposedly during the season or for like a month of the season so they wouldn't get infected from anyone, and plus there'd be no fans during all the games.
Interesting. So you could if they're not going to have fans, then you could potentially hold a sporting event anywhere. It doesn't have to be in one of these huge 150,000 seat arenas. They could do it at a high school, at a high school football
Hmm.
field or something under those lines.
I
What if
think it would be cool, but man, I mean, I like watching the game at home, but I guess you get a better view, I guess, at home still.
you
But
do?
I would still like to hear the crowds. I like
That's
to
what I'm
hear
saying.
them booing. I like to hear them cheering.
You
I
don't get
mean,
that experience. There's the experience of being there live. The sounds, the sights, the smells, all of that adds to the
for sure.
ambiance.
Like you said yourself, you're not a big sports guy, but when we were at the Lions game, wasn't it crazy? How, like all the guys, like people around us, like just going bananas, like everything that was going on in the game. Wasn't it just
Dude,
like a crazy experience?
dude, I was cheering too. Oh, and when they brought those kids out and those kids played that,
Yeah, like that. Yeah,
they
that
had
was
the little
awesome.
pee wee team. That was great. Those are things that you miss out on.
Or like at the Red Wings game, the crazy Oregon player who thinks he's like Elton John 2.0.
That guy could play the fuck out of some organ.
He can, but he looks creepy, dude. And then I guess you got to be kind of creepy and have that little edge on you because you see everybody right behind, like he's just behind a glass wall and everybody's by the camera. They just want to get on camera, so like doing shit. And he's got to keep his crazy face,
Yeah.
keep his face straight while he's jamming out on the organ. Like he's got this weird look on his face, and everybody behind him are all trying to do shit to break his like character and shit, but he won't do it.
He's got to try to stay professional while people are trying to distract him.
And he rocks that glitter coat like Elton John type coats,
You
man.
know
He
it.
can play it, man. He
You
can
know
play.
it.
But
Yeah.
it's crazy. You got to have a certain set of moxie with you, I guess you could say, when all the people are trying to distract you. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely feel like if they get rid of the live aspect of sporting events where you can't go,
Yeah.
I think it will take away. I think you'll lose viewers because you can't go there. I don't know, just I think that'll take away from the whole experience.
The cool part, I think, would be about it. One cool thing I think would be cool about it if they would do it.
Okay.
So I think that it would be awesome if you could hear the players on the field because that's one thing you don't always get to hear. And you know,
If they mic'd them, if they all had
yeah,
mics.
like trash talking, like boom mics ahead of above. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sure.
if you could hear the trash talking, the swearing, the whatever. Because the mindset of a football player, man, those guys are getting into car crashes like every couple minutes, every play in the game. You know, those guys are beating their bodies down. To hear what they got to do to motivate themselves would be amazing. Because sometimes you hear it, but it's still edited on TV. It's not like you get to get it on cable where you get to hear what they're really saying, or
Right.
you know, the
Oh, yeah.
trash talk, the whatever they're saying to get their guys warmed up. The way a linebacker gotta call the defense out when he sees what the offense is doing. That guy's, the guy gotta call out the defense and switch him up.
A few things have been ruined because it's been televised. Like I'll give you an example, like NASCAR. Before they used to televise that, when they started, like they used to just show the race, people go around the track,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't really get in the pit or they wouldn't get in the stands or any of that stuff. Girls used to be walking around with their tits out. People would be slamming
Oh yeah.
beers.
Oh yeah.
It was a way different experience before they really started televising it. And I think if you just start televising it, and then especially if you mic all those guys,
Oh yeah.
then they're gonna start telling them, you can't talk like this. Dude, you drop too many n bombs. You can't say the f word this many times. What is huja? That is not even a swear word. You can't. You gotta stop saying that word.
They still have a great when the race comes over here in Michigan up by Milan up there. Man, they have some great times. This still happens, but that part just doesn't make it on the camera. They just kind of make sure they set up everything.
Well, they don't even
over
do
there.
those things anymore, is because they're always worried they could get caught on camera. They're more policed than what it used to be. It's definitely not as fun. But I think definitely if they get rid of the fans, I think they're going to lose a lot of money. And the sporting industry brings a lot of money to the country and the world, for that matter.
Well, you think you got jerseys, you got the fucking all the food concessions.
What
in the
what do I
buildings.
need a jersey for if I'm not going to be at the game?
Yeah, like who's gonna see my jersey?
Exactly.
I can't say nothing. I wear my jerseys at home too, but That's just
But
my
you know
weird
what
side.
I'm saying? Like less people, I think, will buy them.
For
You're
sure,
not
for
going
sure.
to drop a hundo on a jersey for nobody to see it, and then we have to social distance. No, I can't see who's on the back of your jersey from 6 feet away
Yeah, you
because
got to go like Instagram during the game.
yeah, no,
Like
it's
somebody just posted his shoes he's wearing tonight. It's like, oh damn, he's wearing the fucking LeBron 45s because he's got
definitely
45 different fucking pairs already.
it's definitely going to kill it. Definitely going to kill it. How do you think sports could make a comeback though with what's going on?
Like I said, I think they're gonna have no fans, which will suck, or they could do something weird like maybe limited fans. You know, I guess smaller people in the arenas and have them spaced out. I mean, if we just to get the sense of the crowd cheering and stuff in the game.
What if they did a virtual reality thing? Like if they made it more affordable, because right now VR is very expensive.
Yep.
Good VR.
That's what would be fun if they could do that because
You could be there in VR.
you could have the VR. You could be right in the audience and simulated crowd, so you can still yell at people and see the
Yeah.
assholes that are drunk, see the fights in the crowd, because it would all be like you're really there. Turn around, see beer and fucking popcorn and shit flying.
Like it's just like a regular sporting event too.
Seeing the Lions fans with the paper bags over their heads when we were like 0 and 16.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff could be in their game.
Like what if you had to get a ticket? You were assigned a specific spot
Yup.
in the arena.
Hey, we gotta
It was
fucking cash in on this.
all
me and you.
virtual, and yeah, that would actually be kind of cool.
And we'll call it best seats in the house.
Yeah, and
Let's do that.
yeah, and the guy next to you, he's got his shirt off and his saggy nipples.
For sure. And the guy that's all painted, the painted dudes.
That's
are
what I'm
like,
saying.
It would be great, man.
It would be wild. The guys would.
That'd be the best way to do it.
I think that'd be the only way to do it. The
I could
VR.
be in my house with all my own beer I bought, and I could be right there, kind of like if I was at the game, and cussing at people and yelling at people, yelling at my everybody be laughing at me. And imagine the social media videos that people be having, everybody with their VR helmet on,
Yep.
yelling at the TV, watching football, baby.
That's right. And it's live, so if you take your VR headset off to go take a piss, well, you're gonna miss out because it's live. We're
And
not
just so you know,
we're
me
not
and Will-
pausing.
Me and Will brought this at the table today.
Yeah, this has been trademarked by Meant to Vent Incorporated or
LLC.
LLC. Yeah,
Check
trademark
off me.
LLC.
If this shit happens, we got this shit.
Yeah, so don't be stealing our shit, motherfuckers. Yeah. Oh man, can you imagine that? If you have a nice headset and a nice set of goggles, you get there, you can hear the crack
It
of the
better
bat.
be waterproof because I'll spill my beer everywhere. Fucking yelling at the referee during football games, like, "Come on, are you crazy with that call?" Like, you'd be
Oh,
flipping.
you could, and since it's VR, you could run right up into the ref's face and get right up and say, "You motherfucker, that call isn't right."
Oh my gosh! On a replay, if you could get zoom in on a replay, do you know how many pissed off fans would be on them bad calls?
Oh
Because
yeah.
the referees get a bad name. I watch all the time, like during football, basketball, playoff time when these like meaningful games, college football, college basketball, every sport during whatever level, the referees, man, they make some crazy calls. Could you imagine having VR being that close, watching this dude like that was a first down or there wasn't a first down or
Yep.
oh my, or was it a catch or not a catch?
And the ref's not even really there. He's in VR too.
That'd be
So you could-
crazy.
You could pull your lightsaber out and cut him in half, and it'd be acceptable.
Yes, you would see it. You could get. Oh my gosh, if you could get in the ref's face.
Yeah, get right in his face, bitch slap him, tell him
You
he's
could
an
have
idiot.
live polls like right during the game, like should the ref be punched in the face right now, and it'd be like 70% yes and 25% no and 30% no and whatever.
Yeah, well, it'd be 25% no and 5% undecided because there's always those 5%ers.
Yeah, you got that one guy like, oh, I don't think we should hurt the guy.
Violence isn't the answer. He's
Well,
just trying to do his
It's
job.
probably the angle he saw.
He's just a man.
So I want to tell that dude, shut up,
He's just a human being. And then you go, Psh, bitch slap.
slap, smack him.
That'd be great. I love that idea.
I do
Yeah,
too.
let's make that happen.
We got this. They should have us doing that play-by-play with our sport commentator voices.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to be at home in my VR and you're right next to me in VR and we're doing the play-by-play and I'm actually naked, but you can't tell that because my VR avatar is dressed up like Princess Leia.
I'd be like that newscaster that got busted just recently. He was on live TV, and his mirror reflection busted him. He had no pants on, but he had a suit and tie on up here.
Oh, I saw that.
He was all chilling. Barkley used to do that all the time on NBA, watching NBA TV after every game.
What a
Barkley used to
dumbass.
do it all the time. He would have like shorts on, just be chilling, And Shaq one time called him out on the air. He's like, man, stand up so everybody can see. Stand up. I mean, stand up so everybody can see. Stand up. Stand up real quick, Chuck. So they got him to stand up. He had like khaki shorts on.
But that guy, that news reporter, he's a real dumbass because he was expecting that blue bar to stay down there, and then the blue bar went away, and you could tell he was sitting there in his underwear. What a dumbass!
A Dumas.
A Dumas. Yes,
that was the newscaster's dumbass moment.
Yeah. And I'm gonna talk like this for the rest of the show. Use my DJ voice.
You actually sound like an old sports announcer. Coming up to bat in 1957, it's Skip Wankman.
Skip Wankman's one of the best batters we've ever had. He only uses one shoe, and he's got half a glove on.
He also comes out of the town of Spickney, Tawagwa,
Carolina.
Kentucky. Exactly. He's also one of the greatest underrated shortstops we ever seen. He's only 4'9".
And he also plays fullback for the Denver Broncos.
I think we missed our calling. We should have been sports announcers.
I agree with you.
Fox Sports better call us ass up.
I can do this voice all day. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth.
We got it in us. And we lose again. Look, we can play for Detroit sports.
And it's out of here. Look at him rounding the bases. And it's a touchdown.
And our quarterback throws a touchdown from the other receiver of the other team.
And once again, the Detroit Lions have lost the game.
Once again, they have a huge lead in the fourth quarter and just can't get it done.
Just shit the bed right in the fourth.
Red Wings give up 19 goals, which has never been heard of in hockey history.
Oh, man, let me get back to my regular voice here before that becomes a normal thing. Fuck that.
So anyways, so I've been reading this weird shit about some news. That's
you were telling me about that.
Not about the dominant news. We got some different news.
You were telling me about that guy who wigged out on a European Airlines flight and started biting motherfuckers and shit?
Yeah. So this dude, I don't know if he complained about his seat. I didn't kind of get through the whole article. So this guy was upset on the flight, tripped out, started beating up the person in the rows of his aisle. And the flight passengers come and the attendants come and he starts beating up on them, started biting people and scratching people. And the airline said, we ain't compensating none of y'all. You should have took first class. You want to avoid some shit like that.
What exactly has to happen on a flight for you to feel that you need to wig out so bad and start biting people? Like,
Must have been some expired peanuts or something.
That's what I was going to say. I didn't get my bag of peanuts. You don't even give you peanuts on the flight anymore. So many weak humans live on this planet with us now that everybody's got a peanut allergy. They don't give out peanuts on the goddamn plane anymore.
You got gummy bears.
There you go, gummy bears. You can't
sounds a little safe.
Hopefully you're not allergic to that. But what has to happen? You know what? You know what, stewardess? My towel wasn't warm, or the pillow you gave me stank of musky sweat particles or whatever.
Yeah, you gave me a used pillow.
Yeah, that pillow wasn't washed.
It smelled like a wet dog.
There you go. It smelled like the rainforest after a torrential downpour.
It smelled like a wet dog with pickled corn chips.
I like pickled corn chips. That sounds like a good flavor. You ever had pickled potato chips?
Yeah, but not smelling like no wet dog. With the combination of wet dog behind it.
Smelled like pickled corn chips dipped in sewer water.
Something.
Yeah, what has to happen? Is your stewardess so ugly that you have to flip out and you just start biting the person next to you?
And then what's going on in your brain, dude? You know the air marshal's going to fuck you up. Somebody's going to kick your ass now.
It's
know. It's past 9/11. We ready for that kind of shit.
Exactly. Not only is the our air marshal going to kick your ass, there's probably about 10 or 12 other dudes waiting. There's just waiting for some shit to go down.
We would be on the same flight, and me and him would be waiting to do some sports commentary shit with our phones on live Instagram. We'd be like, and he's getting zapped with a taser.
And the guy from B2 just got up and hit him with a book bag across the mouth.
Look how the flight attendant just kicked him in the testicle.
Oh, shit, here comes the guy from C-17. He's line driving him right to the face.
Oh, my, look how he just smacked him with that food tray.
Look at the little old lady from B4. Look at her hit him with his cane.
He totally didn't keep his tray in the upright and lock position.
No, he didn't. Not on that one.
He is tapping out. He's tapping out. Oh, no, he's having a seizure.
Is that
no,
a denture?
It's a taser. It's a taser. So that's what we'd be doing on the plane. We'd be waiting for something like that.
It would be, because this is America. We've had 9/11 happen. We're ready for some shit to go down on an airplane.
Hell yeah.
We're going to beat the fuck out of somebody on an airplane.
Bring it.
You know, you could do a lot of damage with just a cell phone.
For real.
You beat somebody to death with a cell phone.
Or world star him.
Whatever. I can't imagine what goes on in your mind. He has to be mentally unstable.
He was tripping. And he didn't go think it all the way through. Like I said, he probably got fucked up.
Maybe he ate a bad batch of mushrooms. You know, maybe he's one of those guys who thought it'd be a good idea to take an international flight. But first, I'm going to eat a quarter of mushrooms.
He already flipped out and couldn't handle the change. He couldn't handle the change. He was one of them guys like, why can't we have peanuts on a plane anymore?
Yeah, exactly. Gummy bears? No!
He just started biting everybody.
I don't know, man. That sounds like the worst flight ever. Have you ever been on an international flight?
No, I can't say I have.
Neither have I. I don't think I could be locked inside of a steel tube for that many hours. I didn't like the trip to Florida. When me and my wife went to Florida,
man, could you imagine of all
that was only 2.5 hours.
All the compressed fart air in that airplane.
And
crossing the
fart.
Ocean.
If you think I burp a lot, I fart. And my wife,
yeah, you
farts
and all
just
the
as
other
much
passengers.
As I do.
That cushion that they're sitting in can only absorb so much before it starts pushing it out the sides.
Well, do you know why they say those cushions are inflatable and they're flotation devices? It's because they're filled with farts.
They're full of gas.
That's right. It's full of gas. Decades of gas. Most of those airlines were built in the 70s. Whew, that's a lot of farts. That's 50 years of farts, people.
And they say there's a fuel shortage.
Oh, there's no fuel. There's no fuel shortage.
There's no fuel shortage.
No fuel shortage.
She's back in the military, like fortage.
Sometimes I can't
fuel.
Hey, sometimes I can't say my words.
And we're back. Welcome to a live telecasting of the Battle of Fort Fuel.
But yeah, I don't like I was saying, I don't want to be stuck on an airplane that long.
Yeah,
2.5 hours
all
is too
in that
long.
fart air, and you don't realize it till you get out of the plane of all that fart, because you walk out to the airplane fresh air, and it's just like man, I just sat in there for like 12 hours.
Yeah. How many of y'all out there can handle more than 2 hours on an airplane? I'm sure there's some of you that can. I can't do it. I hate it. I couldn't imagine an international flight, 13 hours or whatever. No. Fuck a whole lot of that noise. I don't need to go to your country that bad. My country's got everything I need here.
So I guess some people are getting a little creative.
With what?
There's this bakery that's making toilet paper roll shaped cakes. In spite of the shortage that was going on back in the day.
Can I wipe my ass with it?
Nope, but it's supposedly some bomb cakes.
Is it edible?
Yes, it's a really good cake.
You know, I'm into it. Toilet. Do you get to pick
It'd be weird though, just because it's shaped like a toilet paper roll.
Do you get? Can I be like? You know how like you eat different brands of toilet paper have like different patterns. You got Cottonelle's got the lines, and then Charmin's got like the floral patterns.
This one's kind of lame. It looked just like flat white, but it looked like a piece was rolling off, but it was a big ass cake though, like a big cake.
Oh, because my question was going to be as to whether or not I could be like, hey, I want my cake to look like a Charmin roll of toilet paper, and
nice.
then I want there to be a doo-doo stain, like somebody wiped their ass with the whole roll and then just put the roll back and didn't take off the sheets that they used.
I heard that's called a roly-poly. Actually, I just made that up.
Is it? I was just gonna say, is that a real thing? If you ever found a person who
if you use a whole roll and just shoved it up your ass,
yeah, like
that's a roly-poly.
Yeah, we're labeling that now as we speak. That is a roly-poly, people. If you're the individual who takes the roll and wipes your ass with it and then puts the roll back and doesn't discard the
and then you misshape the roll, so like somebody that tried to use it again, they couldn't even roll out the bad shit. That's a roly-poly.
You deserve to be killed. That is horrible, but funny. We'll laugh and then murder you. So
yeah, I've been reading some news.
Other documentation that you've been reading. Go ahead.
Yes, they're little pamphlets.
Yeah, little pamphlets. Can I just get a leaflet?
These nicely folded pamphlets I've been reading.
No. Take this small leaflet on famous Jewish sports athletes.
So I was reading this article, which also I've been hearing the same talk on some radio stations I listen to, that people have been having strange dreams. And
Oh.
yeah, so some people were even reporting having identical dreams as their partner, and like people in the same house, people in different
That's
like different cities and states, like kids that are at school or living on their own or whatever, and they got their own families, are calling their parents and talking about these dreams, and they're having like the same dreams.
Wait, is that just been going on since the quarantine started?
Yeah, it's been like just this last past month.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, for the past 10, maybe 15 years of my life, I can count only a handful of dreams that I've remembered. So, do you want to hear about this dream that I had?
Yeah, tell us about this wild, crazy ass dream.
So, the dream involved me and a stranger looking for coffee.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. It's very basic shit. Now, here's the crazy part about the dream. We are, I don't know this person. And this is a lot of my dreams I've been having with complete strangers, people I don't know.
That's wild.
I can't even describe them. They just exist in the dream world. We're at Kim Jong Un's country ranch.
Hold up.
That's exactly right. Why the fuck am I at Kim Jong Un's country ranch
That's
looking
messed up, dude.
looking
like,
for coffee? Looking for coffee.
of all people to have in your dream, that guy's in your dream, a weird, third world country leader, dictator. So go on, tell me.
All right. So me and the guy, we're outside the house, right? We see on the upstairs balcony, we can see the coffee stacked up in boxes. So we're like, hey, we got to get in the house. We got to get.
Kim Jong in your dream. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're like, we got to get in the house. We got to get up to this upper stairs. Let's get to this coffee. Okay. So we go in the house. We're looking around. All of a sudden, we can't figure out how to get out of this room. And then I remember, like, I had been here before. I'm like, wait a minute. I know how to get there. And then all of a sudden, a door appears. Very nice door covered in flowers. Open the door. What do I see? A room filled with aisles of fine china and crystal glassware. And
what?
Yeah, weird, real weird, like a Bed Bath and Beyond inside of Kim Jong Un's house. And in the back of the room, I see
There's like a shelf of Beanie Babies, and the other part all in the glass encrusted shelving.
It was fucking weird, and it's all real fine china, like really nice.
Fine china.
Yeah, exactly.
Or wait, fine china.
Fine
china.
China. It's from China.
China.
So, and it's real decorative, crystal glassware, all that shit. Fancy as fuck. I see in the back of the room the stairwell that takes me up. I have to go through these aisles and avoid, wait for it, anorexic buffalo.
So how did you know they were anorexic?
Something told me in the dream that these creatures were starving.
Did they look all bony? You could see the
Yeah,
ribs and
yeah,
shit?
they were super
like
skinny.
Like the rescue dogs you see on a sad-ass songs they put when you're trying to watch a Lifetime movie.
Like, if you were to stand eye to eye with a normal buffalo, its head would be the same height as yours. These weren't even fully grown. They were like half that. They were like...
They were buffas, not buffaloes?
Yeah, they were half the height they should be. And they just looked skin and bones. Their skin was even sagging off them like Weird. They had been starved. Why were they meandering through these aisles of fine china and crystal glassware? I don't know. But
you told me, like, in the stream, you had like a herd of these like soy-fed buffaloes that couldn't even have a real nutrition.
Exactly.
Going through the Oregon Trail of China fineware.
That's correct.
In your dream.
In my dream.
Continue.
That was the end of it.
Oh, my bad.
I woke up after that. I looked at my wife when I woke up because that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Were you hungry afterwards?
I was not. I looked at my wife because I woke up with kind of like a start and it woke her up too. I was like, that was fucking weird.
Wildness. Like, shit is so crazy. Like, you just don't want to, if you got any young kids, you just got to lie to them sometimes about what's going on sometimes. Just to limit it a little bit. You ever have to lie to kids? I mean, my son's not little anymore. He's big.
Wait, but before you get to that, because I know where you're going with this, before you get to that, shit's so wild. The government just officially said that there are aliens and nobody cared. That's how wild shit is.
They just said they released like UFO videos.
Yeah, they're like, we're going to release some UFO videos, and nobody gave a shit.
They were like, I want to watch 90 Day Fiance with that dude with no neck.
Exactly.
Looks like the fucking clown from Spawn. I'm like, who gives a fuck about that motherfucker who looks like the clown from Spawn?
That guy's neck needs some Viagra.
You ever remember that Spawn movie?
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
he looks like with the makeup.
Get that guy's neck some Cialis.
Hey, he should have joined UFC. Ain't nobody choking him out.
Right?
You ain't choking that motherfucker out.
I guess that guy got mad at Bobby Lee.
Yeah, who cares?
I thought that was hilarious.
I'd get mad too if I had no neck.
Yeah. Oh, if you got a neck like that, you can't wear a necklace. You can't even wear nothing.
He tried to pick on Bobby Lee because he's smarter than him. But what happened was some big ass dude went up to him because he got some dough or something. And he wanted to pick up some girl. My man went up to him and was like, "Bow!" and just fucked his whole neck shit up, just sunk his shit in.
Every shirt he buys, he can only button the first 2 buttons because his neck's so big.
Yeah, every shirt gets 4 buttons up.
That's it. 4 buttons up. Nothing more.
They go fit him for a suit, and they're like, what the hell kind of seam is this?
But anyway, you were going to say about lying to kids. I know I interrupted you. I apologize.
Oh. Well, I guess I was just saying, like, with this shit crazy on, if you got younger kids, my son's, grown young man.
I don't have any kids, but I lie to my dogs.
Some of the young kids back, I'm sure parents are probably kind of trying to dumb the thing down just to keep them, calm during this stuff that's going on or whatever.
Right.
Or even not. Like, when I was younger, we was poor as hell. Like, I would hear the ice cream truck going by. And, like, I would be like, let's go get some ice cream. And they'd be like, hey, that's not ice cream in that truck. I'm like, what do you mean, Dad? He goes, no, that's just a truck that drives by, plays music to make people happy. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I feel better then.
That's fucked up.
And I was like, dang.
That's fucked up. My mother told me that if I didn't look both ways when I crossed the street, that God was going to get me. So she told, when I was a little kid.
Or one time my teacher told me, like, she was like, beauty's on the inside. And I went and told my brother that one time. He goes, no, man, that's just something that ugly people say.
That's true. Ugly people do say that. I've said that before. That's because I'm ugly.
Shout out to the ugly people. I love everybody.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of. Well, see, all right, I know some things because kids, they get to a certain age and they ask a lot of questions because they want to know everything.
Yeah.
And you got to lie to them at some point because they'll be like, well, why is the sky blue? And you say, well, because we have atmosphere. Well, why do we have atmosphere? Well, because we need to breathe air. Well, why do we need to breathe air? It's like, listen, this is just the way things are. Okay, if you got any more questions, here's the Bible, and that's full of lies.
It'd be like that kid from Home Alone when he was talking about the airport cab driver. It's like, does this thing got 4-wheel drive? Does this thing got independent suspension? It's like, kid, get out of here.
Right. I don't know. You gotta lie to kids. Kids have too many questions. They want answers to everything, and you as an adult,
you gotta think of the right answers. You gotta think of the right answers to end it fast.
Yeah, you gotta figure out how to stop the Inquisition.
You gotta have that answer like Bobby Boucher's mama. Like everything was the devil and just ended his shit real quick when he'd be like, Mama, what is it when the girl like makes your pants feel funny? She's like, that means it's the devil. And he's like, oh.
Yeah.
That would end it real quick.
That's the devil.
You gotta find that one answer that would just end it. Not necessarily the devil, but you can find something.
No, use the devil. Tell him the devil's coming to touch your no bits.
Yeah. Coming for your unmentionable region.
Mama says you're not supposed to touch that. Only me.
It's going to La La Land.
Mama, I touched some boobies. That's the devil. Don't touch boobies. That's the devil.
Don't touch devil.
That's the devil. That's a pair of devils right there.
It's devil. That's right.
Oh, shit.
Stay away.
What other lies were you told as a kid? I'm trying to think of some lies that I was told as a kid. I wish I could think of more.
Before they were just nursery rhymes, they used to tell us, you better not step on a crack or to break your mom's back.
I remember
People
that
used to believe that shit.
Yeah.
When you were a little kid.
I still believe that shit.
Get all crazy superstitious.
Don't be Oh, you know what? I remember one. My mother used to tell me that don't let the pole split you. Like if you're walking.
Yeah. That was a big one.
Yeah, you can't. You got to go around both of you have to go around the pole the same way. The same side, yeah. Or else if it splits you, it'll split you forever.
It'll be bad luck.
Yep, bad luck. Or how about when you break a mirror? That shit's 7 years bad luck.
7 years bad luck.
Who believes that shit?
I know this old school one because, like I said, our neighborhood wasn't the best, but somebody used to be like, don't touch my feet with no broom. That was like jinxing me. If you hit somebody's broom, if you hit someone in the feet with broom, it would like mean they're going to go to jail. I was like, what?
That sounds
like... I was like, what? Or
yeah.
He said if you hit someone with a broom, it was like some weird superstition. I never heard this since I was a kid, like I said. It means somebody was going to go to jail if you hit someone in the foot with a broom.
That's wild.
If y'all know about this in the comments, let me know.
Does that? So is that was that a way that you could use to get rid of people?
I don't know, man. That
Maybe
was some
like
weird superstition shit.
I want you to go to jail. I'm gonna start hitting you with this broom.
Some weird shit.
Man, I've never heard that before. That's bananas.
Or you ever tell some crazy lie when you were a kid to your parents?
Absolutely, I told a shit ton of lies.
I got a crazy one. Bananas one.
All right, go ahead.
No pun intended.
Right.
So I was a little kid, and I don't even remember what happened. I don't even know if I was supposed to be
But how
home.
little do you think you were?
I would say not even a teenager. I want to say I was maybe 11, 10 years old.
Okay.
And I don't know if I was late or something, supposed time to be home. And I told my folks, there was this old commercial back in the day when I was a kid on TV from an airport. Or no, I was in an airport. It was about a luggage company.
Oh, okay.
So they had this gorilla beating the fuck out of luggage. And in this commercial on TV back in the day. And it was luggage, this gorilla.
I remember that commercial.
This big gorilla be fucking up luggage. And so I was a kid. I come home and I was like, you guys come home. My sister, my mom, and there. I forget who's all home. And I'm like, hey, you guys will never guess what I saw. I saw a gorilla in the woods beating up luggage. I don't know where it came from. That shit came out as a kid, dude. I brought it out, and I remember it to this day.
That's funny. Oh, man.
I was just like, check this out.
Do you remember as a kid not to wake your parents up on the weekends?
Yes.
Like
yes.
If I remember one time I had my friends over. This is the only real childhood memory like this that I have, where it was Saturday. I had my friends over for a sleepover. We're up watching Saturday morning cartoons already. And I told my friends, I was like, listen, if you guys get loud and you wake my mother up, she will kill us. I remember saying it like that. I was like, she will kill us.
There will be death.
There will be, you will die. So we're kind of playing around. We're watching Saturday morning cartoons. And one of the houseplants gets knocked over.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was a big one, too. All the dirt spilled out of it. And so my buddy Joey, he's like, let's get the vacuum. We'll clean up all the dirt. Your mother will be none the wiser. I said, are you stupid? The vacuum makes noise. You better get that broom and help me start sweeping it up. So on the carpet, we're sweeping dirt into a dustpan and throwing it back into the pot.
Oh, no.
I told my mother that story when I was in my 20s. She's like, I wondered why that plant was always crooked and didn't grow right. I was like, you didn't know? She's like, no, I didn't know.
We did the ultimate, I told you about the ultimate birthday prank we did, and I got sent home on a birthday party for my friends. We all got to sleep over, and I did the ultimate prank of all pranks.
What'd you do?
I should have an award for this.
Ooh, here we go.
There should be a statue of me. And I thought of it, but my friends all helped me, accomplish this feat.
And the feat was ultimate prank feat.
The greatest prank ever. At least I was told this has been one of the rankings for the greatest prank ever. So, let me try to give you the shortest version.
Yeah, keep it short.
There is a X-Lax or laxative.
Okay.
That looks like 7-Up. If you all are familiar with it, I'm not going to mention the name.
I'm not familiar with that, but go ahead.
Anyways, it's in a green bottle. Looks like the color of 7-Up / Mountain Dew.
Okay.
And you could blend it in with certain Mountain Dew or 7-Up sodas. But anyways, this stuff would a cap full of this stuff will have you blowing out your butt projectile for 4 hours plus straight.
Oh, shit. Just a cap full, people.
So we decided to bring this stuff to a birthday party. I did, and I got my friends involved because I was very, very persuasive.
Very mischievous.
So I'm like, yo, man, I got a plan. They're like, what? And my man's upstairs, and we're like, when he goes upstairs, we're going to put a little bit of this in his pot. And when he drinks this, I was like, your job is to go in the bathroom and stall for about, till he's kicking the door down. You cannot get out of the bathroom till he's literally got to kick the door down and break you down there.
Great.
And he's like, all right. And the rest of us are going to act like we don't know what the hell's going on. That was like getting me out of the picture altogether. I ain't going to mention no names because y'all don't know who this is. And anyways, so we get the pizza. We're all eating. He goes upstairs again, talks to his folks. We're all hanging out in the basement. He goes upstairs. I grabbed some, and I was like, just a little bit. And my boy does it. He was like, blump, blump, blump.
Oh, no.
So it was way more than a spoonful. We closed it up. We chilled out. We all chilling out. Everybody's eating pizza.
Like half the bottle, right?
10 minutes goes by. We all kind of nudge under the table. We're all kicking my man because it's his turn to go do what his part is. It's go in the bathroom and wait till my man's
stall it out,
doing the thing. So we're kicking him. And so he goes up in the bathroom, and my man's, hey, man, I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, man, I got to go to the bathroom. We can hear him. We're all trying to act like we're supposed to be going to sleep because it's like sleep time.
Right.
And he's like, hey, man, I really got to go to the bathroom. We can hear him. and we're trying to keep quiet because his folks is there.
Oh,
And so we're trying to.
you
He's
trying
like,
not to
I gotta
laugh?
go, man. I gotta go. So my man busts open the door, and what he didn't know is his job was inside the bathroom. He put a piece of saran wrap under the toilet seat.
Oh no!
So when he was gonna go to the bathroom, all he could do was have time enough to pull his pants down to go to the bathroom. So he fucking ran in there. He's like, "Watch out!" Fucking let the door open, didn't even care, and fucking pull his pants down. And then you heard him go, "Ah!" And so we were
Oh,
laughing so hard and crazy downstairs. His parents woke up, got out there. We had to call our parents to come home, and that's what happened. Greatest prank ever.
oh, that is horrible. Did that guy want to fight you?
Nope.
Did he find out who the perpetrator of this was?
No. We kind of. It was weird. It was a weird thing, man. Well, now he knows if he knows what's up, if he remembers.
Right, right.
But hey, man.
You might be getting a knock at your door.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
I'm gonna get a bad message on social media. So if you guys like this episode, please hit us with a subscription and a like. We'd really appreciate it because we've been having fun doing this show. We hope you guys are enjoying it as
We
much
have
as
a
we are.
blast doing this. We always have a good time. It brings our spirits up in these times of indifference.
So hit us with a like and a subscribe. And my name is Jaime. And once again, you could hit me at the Real Jaime1 on Instagram.
And if you don't like the show, don't forget to give us a thumbs down.
Do
but
it.
if you're going to give us a thumbs down, at least leave a comment as to what you don't like. Maybe we'll try to improve upon that. Or maybe we'll give you the middle finger in
Or
the
maybe
middle of the show.
we won't just give a fuck.
Yeah, maybe we won't give a fuck. Either way, and if you do like the show, don't forget to comment as well. You can reach me on Instagram at OneTakeWill. And I guess we're closing it out. So this has been another episode of
Meant
to
Vent.
Bitch Asses.
We out.